Hello friends. So excited to be here. This is actually my first live session here, and I'm pretty excited also approaching this with the beginner's mind to test everything and see how it goes, and also take learnings with me. If you don't know me yet, I'm Hannele from Lawyers Design School, where we help lawyers to serve their clients better with the help of human-centered design. And this live is supposed to be the first of the series of Instagram Lives, where I will be talking about customer experience in law and how you can improve that with the help of human-centered design and get more happy clients, basically. And the purpose of these sessions is to give you practical and actionable information, and also to offer you a forum where you can ask questions from me, and I will answer them the best that I can. And you can ask questions here. There's a question mark if you can see it at the bottom of the screen, or you can also comment everything that I will be doing here. I'm here for you and for your questions. And today I wanted to talk to you about my own experience and my own customer experience in law. It's from last year. I had 3 different assignments with legal service providers, and I wanted to share you these experiences to give you insight and maybe some food for thought that you can think about when you are developing your own service. And at first I must say that there was a time when I thought that lawyers could not buy themselves legal services, like we should know everything by ourselves. But that's quite a funny thought. And I think that we can all make use of other expertise when we can. And I decided to invest some money to develop also my own business when I had these specific legal needs. So I had 3 different assignments last year, and first was a trademark registration assignment, and then there was a merger. I used to have 2 different companies, and then I decided to merge them to make things simple. And the third one was a contract related assignment. It was a cooperation agreement that I needed for which I needed some legal consultation. And at first, with the trademark registration, actually I was very surprised in the beginning that I couldn't find any automated service yet. I assumed that there must be a service where you can just include your trademark information and there is an automated service to get that registered, but there isn't any. At least I couldn't find any. So if you actually know, you can put it in the comments to let me know. There are many all kinds of trademark related services where you can do research, but not the registration process. So after that surprise, I started to Google different service providers, and I must say that it's still very difficult to find good information about the service providers, so that it would be easy for me to choose the service provider for my need. But at the end, I found 3 options, and then I sent them requests for offer for these three different companies, and that was fine. Basically, I sent email and a few contact forms, but then for one firm it took maybe 3 or 4 days to respond to that request. The other 2 companies came back within 1 day, which was reasonable time frame for me and my need, and that was actually quite surprising that it took so long for this one firm to respond to my initial request. I got a fixed price fixed prices from all of these service providers, which was really nice because that's what I wanted. I wanted to know the cost beforehand before I gave the assignment, and that happened with all of these. And then I just selected the service provider, but the price was not actually the only thing that I was looking for. I also wanted to understand the process. I've been doing trademark registration in my years of in-house counseling, but of course the process has changed a lot within 10 years. So I wanted to have information about the whole thing as well, and it was important for me to get that in an understandable form. So that was the first experience. The trademark registration process is still going on, so hopefully I will get the trademark registered successfully with this company. And then the next experience that I had was about the merger of my two companies, as I mentioned, and this need was specifically related to taxation, and I wanted to get really in-depth understanding of the specific taxation questions that I had. So with this assignment, I decided to go with an existing contact that I had. I knew that they would not be the cheapest option, but with taxation, when it's involving your money and the risks are quite high to get the interpretation wrong, I wanted to go for expertise. And with this assignment, they also gave me a fixed price offer, but it was very a lawyerly way of put it. They put it in a very lawyerly way because they said that it's a price estimate, and I felt that left all the risk with me about the price, so that I couldn't know whether or not some tasks were involved in that price or not, and I felt really uncomfortable throughout the process because of that. I always had to check when I emailed or called, is this included? And even though I gave really clear feedback on this issue, I didn't get the comfort that I needed, that this is everything is included, don't worry. And it was also very surprising that they invoiced me almost the whole amount very early on with the assignment. And that was also something that I felt was a bit strange. So overall, even though the expertise was there, but the way they handled the whole pricing thing and invoicing was not good. What was really nice about this assignment was that this consultant made a visual representation of the process, the merger process, how it goes, and what are the different steps, and what are the different responsibilities, and what is the documentation that is required from me at each step, and what they are doing behind the scenes. So I felt like this was really helpful, and I was very happy to see that firms are already using these kind of visuals to help their clients to understand the legal and the process more easily. And then the third example was an assignment related to cooperation agreement that I did last year. And since my own expertise is legal expertise is heavily related to contracts, I hesitated a lot that should I go for an external counsel with this particular case, but I wanted to get some fresh ideas and some new opinions on the subject matter, so I decided to go for it, and I was happy at the end that I did because there's definitely value, even if the information as such would not be very innovative or very novel, but just the opportunity to spar your case with someone is really valuable, which is, I think it's good that lawyers would understand that even the discussions and interaction that they have with clients, they have a good value for the client, and they can be really, really helpful. For this assignment, I did not get a fixed price, even though I myself felt that it was really clearly defined. I only needed 1 to 2 hours of discussion help, but they didn't want to give a fixed price for that, which was a little bit disappointing. But overall, the experience with this third service provider was pretty good. And based on these three experiences last year, I could maybe draw some summary or key takeaways that we can learn from these experiences. First takeaway is that pricing is always an issue for the client. Even though lawyers sometimes and law firms think that price is something inevitable, that it just lawyers are expensive and that's that, for example. But it's really important to be very open with these discussions and also very transparent, so that you tell to the client what you are charging and what are the bases, and then also if it's a longer assignment, that you give information in between where you are going with the price, because there is a lot of worry related to the pricing, and you can take away the worry and ease the client's mind when you are open and transparent about the pricing. A second takeaway is also related to the price. The billable hour model is really stressful for the client, because you cannot know what happens behind the scenes. You don't have any control over or visibility to the work that lawyers are doing in their own work. So if it's possible for you, I would really encourage you to make an effort to go for the alternative pricing models, because there are so many other options as well. If you're not ready to go fixed price to the fixed price model, there are other ways to think about the pricing as well, rather than this really open-ended billable hour model. Third takeaway is that don't assume that you are easy to find just because you have a website. It does not guarantee anything, and so many of the websites are so similar, and it's really difficult for the client to get a sense of what you are offering and what you are like as a person or stuff like that. So make an effort to be easy to find and be easy to approach what it is that you are offering and what kind of clients you are seeking. Then you are able to find those good clients for you as well. Maybe almost the last takeaway is that be responsive. That was the learning from me as well. I really like the fact, and I think that we as consumers are very used to the fact that things happen fast, and we want to find information fast. So we want to get advice fast as well, or replies fast. So you don't want to be waiting around for days and days if you have a clear case yourself. So be responsive, and if you want to have more clients, then when you get the request, answer that. You don't have to be available 24/7. That's not what I'm saying, but within office hours, and so be responsive. It sounds very small, but it's a big thing for a client. And then maybe the last takeaway is that help the clients understand their legal problem or legal question that they have. Not like you just take away the assignment and then you handle it and then off they go, but help give them agency over their own legal stuff, so that they understand what is going on and what is the legal question that they are actually asking, because that goes a long way, and that empowers the client to have control over their own business or life or whatever the question relates to. use visuals and use tools to give legal information in the form that they can understand. I found that really valuable in all of these cases, and not every time I got responses or emails. Not every time they were very, very easy to understand. So there's a lot of room for improvement. So there were the 3 cases that I had myself last year, and the takeaways. Do you have any questions at this point? I see that there are a few people listening. Really nice to see you. If you have any questions, or you can also leave comments. But I will be having the next Instagram Live Wednesday next week, same time. And the topic is also going to be around customer experience. So we'll see you then, and you can also send me a DM if you want to have specific questions that you would like me to answer in these lives. Have a really great day, and thank you for being here today. Bye.